Today's market is a seller's one, and that means that buyers typically have less room for negotiations. However, depending on the unit and the seller's needs, you may still be able to do some wheeling and dealing. I'm Dana Sapir with Compass Manhattan, and today I want to tell you about which things can still be negotiated when you buy an apartment in New York City. First and most obviously is the price. These days, the average listing discount is 3.4%. It is not a lot, but this varies with some units selling at much larger discounts and others that are selling at above the ask. So keep an eye out for those clues that a seller might be keen to negotiate on price, such as the time the unit has been on the market, changes to the listing broker, and falling prices in comparably priced listings. This can suggest how much room on the price you might have. Next, we have the closing cost, the flip tax, and common charges. These are the additional charges associated with the sale, and those concessions for closing costs are relatively common in new development and can be valuable discounts. When the market calls for it, some developers will pay several years' worth of common charges, mansion tax, transfer tax, and more. The flip tax is another closing cost expense that can be negotiated. The flip tax is not really a tax, it is a fee that most co-op buildings charge to build a cooperative reserve. Depending on the urgency in selling or the market condition, some sellers are prepared to split or take on the flip tax cost. Next, there are also renovation and other perks you can try to negotiate. In new developments, buyers can ask for upgrades for finishes or appliances if those are not completely built out. In resale, this translates into perks being offers to buyers to come up at the asking price, and they can be anything from covering the cost of bathroom fixtures, remove carpets, or install electric shades. Lastly, you can try to negotiate for closing credits. This is the discount the buyer gets at the price from the price at the closing, and you will encounter this in new development and sometimes in co-ops, since this allows the developer to record a higher sales price, something that they value because they sell multiple units. So asking for a credit at closing can be more savvy than asking for the same amount to come off at the start of the negotiation. A drop in the sales price makes a small difference to your mortgage, but the same amount at the closing as closing credit can be much more meaningful. Be careful though. One of the mistakes buyers make is that they are more worried about getting a discount than they are about getting a good price. Review comparables with your agent to determine a fair market value, and with listing discount average at 3.4%, many properties are listed at a competitive price and are selling quick at or above the asking price. That is it. As always, I recommend you do your homework about the market and about similar listings that are selling or have sold that are comparable to the unit you're looking to buy. You may find opportunities for negotiation if you use a keen eye, and of course, a professional broker can help out to find those opportunities. Want more real estate tips and tricks? Connect with me on social media for more videos, interviews, and relevant posts.